Hey then guys, Alex here from Level Up. As you can see, I've got my GCOM 45 out. We've got Resident Evil Survivor, and I am going to be playing that on the PS1 using a game guide I wrote for PlayStation World magazine back in May 2000, over 20 years ago. So yeah, so let's see how that pans out. Right, as I said, back in 2000, I wrote game guides for a living, gaming solutions. It was a cool, I have to say, it was a cool job. Let me just there is little old me, second one down, and then I got Resident Evil Survivor put on my desk one day, and that was my guide, one of my guides for that month. So what we're going to do is, it's looking a bit old, haggard now. That is the guide. Resident Evil Survivor. For the first time, you can now blast zombies from a first-person perspective, but don't think that makes your task any easier. So yeah, so there's the intro page, then there's a bit on the weapons that you can get, a general map key, there's like a multiple route map, because there were story changes and weapon changes and enemy changes depending on what route you took. So yeah, so I'm gonna boot this up now. As you can see, I've got the calibration screen going. So we will just calibrate the old gun. Don't know if you can see that. I mean, you're probably not going to be able to read any of the text or anything like that, but I just thought it'd be quite nice just to have a window with that on it. As you can see, we used the maps. Luckily, the Resident Evil games had sort of in-game maps, so you could use the shape of that, and then you just put in the items, draw the enemies. I remember drawing those zombies. And yeah, just walk through the game as you play it, and write down what you were doing. Our guides did get tested. We would play each other's game guides before they were sort of finally went to print. Yeah, so if it's not right, then obviously the game tester who tested it didn't test it properly, and obviously I wrote it bad in the first place. But we shall see how we go. So according to, I'm going to start off in the street area. Head around the corner from your initial starting position and open the gate. In the next area, you'll see a body on the ground up ahead. Approach it, and the first zombie will attempt to creep up on you. Pelt it with bullets until it drops to the ground, and walk towards the pickup. Walk forward to pick up the street key that's left behind. Sounds simple enough.
You're not going to get away.
And obviously I've managed to set up an old CRT TV, because obviously light guns don't work with modern TVs. It was a bit of a cable nightmare to hook that all up and then run it through the capture card, but I managed to do it. Bit of trial and error, bit of luck. I seem to remember you get infinite handgun bullets in this one, which is quite nice for a Resident Evil game.
Where am I?
So you've got to walk around this corner and find a body, apparently.
I don't remember anything. Who am I?
And if you've never played this before, I don't know how big this game was. As I say, it's not a. I don't think it was a massive addition to the Resident Evil series. Basically, if you're pointing the gun off screen, pull the trigger, you walk forward. Pull it while walking, you run. Double click the trigger, you walk backwards, and then the A and B buttons are look left, look right. I mean, it takes a bit of getting used to, from what I remember. But for the time this game came out, it's actually quite cool. Don't remember this game being massively difficult. See, there's the body, and then the guy tells me that there's a zombie's going to creep up on me.
You look familiar, but but I just can't remember. Mark Thompson, huh? Though I can't
Here he
remember
comes.
anything, I know that this was no way for anyone to die. What?
There he is. And he's down. So I walk forward to get the key, and I think this is where I get my first route options. I've got the rusted key. So I've got the choice of the restaurant, church, the movie theatre, and I've actually put difficulty levels on each of them, which is quite cool. Restaurant is easiest, and both the church and the movie theatre are hard, apparently. So let's. Well, I haven't been to a movie theatre in a fair few months now, so let's go and see what's going on in there. And I think, according to the map, which is up this little alleyway up here, so the church is there, restaurant is there, and around this corner should be entering a movie theatre now. So I've used my rusted key. So there's some zombies on the lower floor, and then I need to head upstairs. So good. So far, so good. I think. Right. So that's them zombies taken care of. And yeah, we have our first green herb. So it told me to head upstairs. Let's find out what I need to do after that. Right. Got to follow the corridor around until you enter the projection room. To turn it on, you'll first need to pick up the film from the adjoining room. Watch out for the zombie in here, though. Right. Hear crows. I don't see him though. So there's a zombie in here apparently. Oh no, I think the zombie's in the room with the film in it. So we need to head in here, take out Mr. Zombie. So he's dead. He's dead. So I've got the 35mm film, so I need to take that, put it in the old projector, so that's the film on. Projector on, where do I go? With the film rolling, you can now head back downstairs. Watch out for the 4 crows that smash through the window. They will only take one shot. Once downstairs, take out the zombies again and go into the main theatre. Just in front of the screen, you will see the cinema keys. Okay. Crows. That was harder than it looked. Alright, so I think we've got more zombies down here, because do. Well, I don't know if it's the same zombies, but once you've cleared one room, it should be cleared. Right. So we are now headed through here. And the movie they are showing is an Umbrella Corporation movie about germs and viruses. And now we have the theatre key. Question about, so the guides, I don't know if you can see it in there, but the guides we wrote, kind of, we were sort of told that we had to have a question bar. It was part of the layout, and then you'd have your text next to it. It worked for kind of games like this, but sometimes it was a bit awkward, but we had to stick to design over actually the best way to present a guide, but it worked quite cool. With the keys in hand, head back into the lobby, watching out for the zombies that reappear, and unlock the door to the right of the counter. You will then find yourself back in the street area. Okay. So zombies have reappeared. Laughing boys around here as well. There he is, stumbling around. So we've used the theatre key. Let's see where this brings us out. Dogs as annoying as ever. Right, the guy didn't say anything about two dogs. Let's flip the page over. Alright, okay, we've got the street area. After taking out the two dogs, answer the phone. The person on the other end hangs up, so head down the steps, use the small survival tip on the right to take out the two lickers waiting for you here. Okay, so we've got a survival tip. This is another thing we had to do for the guides, was that we had to have little boxes and tips and things as we went along. So I had one of those in here. Survival tip 1, an invaluable tip to remember which will help you with nearly every enemy you come across is this: get yourself against a wall and let the enemy come to you. Spin around until you are facing the wall and you will find that the enemy will not be able to inflict damage on you. Listen out for the attack and then quickly turn just enough to get a shot in and swing back to face the wall. It's a slow process, but it does limit the amount of damage you will take. Okay. So what am I doing again? Two lickers So answer the phone, get hung up on. And try that little cheeky wall hide trick. We have to go down the steps. See if this trick actually works. Okay, we're facing the wall. Seems to be stuck at my feet. Where is it? Like those things. Well, I might have to practice that survival tip a little bit more. Another green herb. I'm on caution at the moment. Do have no, don't want to use that yet. 2 green herbs already, and I do see where I need to go next and what I'm facing next. Now be faced with a second junction with 3 doors leading to the amusement arcade, the library and the hospital. The choice affects the story and which Glocks you can pick up. All routes are fully explained in the next pages, so you may want to scan them before you decide upon a route. I'm not going to say I'm going to go to the amusement arcade. Of course I'm going to go to the amusement arcade.
Vincent.
Who is this? Vincent? Who's that? Wait. Am I Vincent?
Vincent, you are a murderer. A murderer.
A murderer? What are you talking about? Answer me. Who did I kill?
It's weird, this is all sort of like strangely familiar, even though it's 20 years ago. sitting in my office. I was sitting in the office, playing this on my desk. I think this is one of the fun games. Obviously the most fun games to write guides for were the relatively easy, straightforward ones, because believe me, you didn't get very good deadlines on the solutions that we had. Editorial, they had like 3 weeks to write about their opinions on a game, but solutions, it's like, there's the latest Tomb Raider, you've got 8 days to complete it, and that's when it became really stressful. But I can't complain. It was quite cool to get to work and play games. And technically I'm still doing that now. Or watching people play games, which is much more enjoyable.
Remember your mission. We're doing a clean sweep of the area.
So, as soon as you enter the amusement arcade, 3 cleaners will attack you. They only take 2 shots with a regular Glock. Don't waste bullets. Your reloading time is the perfect opportunity for them to attack.
So, got to get the cleaners down. Take out the cleaners.
What's that?
Too sad to see an abandoned place of gaming. It's kind of what the cafe's like at the moment. Bless it. Alright, so we've only got 1 cleaner. So
Once the cleaners are out of the way, head into the room around the corner. After the cutscene with a little man taking pot shots at you, the arcade key can then be picked up from the desk at the back.
okay. Someone's taking pot shots at me. Okay. I don't think there's anything in this room.
What? What the?
Die, Vincent! Die!
Good roll, Vincent. If that is you. Right, so now I've got zombies to deal with. I've got some bloke trying to snipe me out. Okay, so we've got the arcade key.
You'll need to pick up the crowbar to exit this area. It's located on the counter through the locked door. Use the arcade key and make sure you collect it.
Okay. Let's get back out here. This one? This is the locked door, isn't it, I think. Yeah.
Going to need to use some health here. Take out the cleaners and cleaner. Open the door around the corner before using the crowbar on the manhole cover. Get the Glock C that you found on the shelf. Once collected, use the crowbar to get yourself into the south sewer. No, I think I'll use one herb. So I think I've got some red herbs that I can combine it with coming up. No, let's just use that. Let's get myself back up to fine. Okay. There is the crowbar or the manhole opener. And steps down. Looking. Well, that's handy. There's a first aid spray, so I'll grab that. It says a Glock somewhere. Alright, that's in the next area. So the cleaners in the casino done. Pick up the Glock C. Open up the manhole. That's the manhole. And I'll equip that then. And how do we open this? Oh, it's done it already. So it's South Sewer. Right, South Sewer. As you drop down into the sewers from the library, you'll find yourself in a darkened room. Walk towards the red light, turn on the main lights, and, well, I haven't come from the library. Library route only, okay. What do I do in the sewers? Head through the unlocked door at the end of the sewer. Through here you'll be able to pick up another file. Upon doing so you'll be confronted by a boy who will eventually run off. Now head through the door and watch out for the liquor that bursts up through the floor. Take it out and head up the ladder ahead to find yourself outside the prison. Right, seems fairly straightforward. So I said there that also when you do different routes you end up in different rooms and it's kind of all linked in together, which kind of made it a bit of a tricky guide to write and structure, to be fair. I've had a lot of playing through of all the different routes, trying to jot what the different changes were. As I say, you'll get certain enemies appear, but only if you went a certain way.
Sewer caretaker. Andy's diary. I don't know if you read all these files when you play your Resident Evil games. I can't say that I do, to be honest. But janitor Andy took a picture of me apparently.
A picture. No.
Yeah.
This is me. I am Vincent. It was all my fault. Who are you?
Wait. Please don't kill me. I didn't know anything about you then.
Stop.
Right, what happens when the boy runs off? Boy will eventually run off. Now head to the door and watch out for the liquor that bursts up through the floor.
Okay, so this door here. Liquor imminent. I'm going to try this survival tip that I wrote. See if it actually does anything. Here it comes. Right, against the wall. This one. It's on the ceiling. It's true though, you can't get hurt while you're facing a wall. So. It's actually in the wall. Stuck now. Great survival tip, me. I really want to use that. Okay. Should have just unloaded on the old liquor. Wasted my first aid spray there, following my own survival tip from 20 years ago.
Right, so we're in the prison. Got to head through to the office.
In here is a prison key. So here's the prison. Paradise Prison. So we'll head through to the office. Stay down. So office door imprisonment area. So this is the office. Doesn't tell me if there's anything else. Oops. Keys in here, I think. Prison Chief's diary. There is the key. Right. So, likely it is that the zombies in here have respawned. So we'll just need to take them out again. They're all down. Assuming these will have respawned as well in here. Well, that's good of them.
Use the prison key and make sure you pick up the rope from the table on the right side of the corridor, as you will need to enter in the next room.
Okay. Got to make sure I get the rope, which is there. That is the rope. Oops. Gotta watch that. I go to move backwards and I just keep only press 3 or once and walk forward. Right. Oh. There's one behind me. Did it again. Right. Nice. Check out what happened to this poor fella. Same. That's the door I came in. Okay. So we are trying to figure out where we are on the map. Oh, I slipped in the showers. Shotgun's supposed to be in here. There it is. have that. Thank you very much. Let's just reload. I didn't check if there is actually a reload button. Bear with me. I don't think it is. No. No reload button. So it's cool just to empty the clip out. But I think the handgun's the only weapon in here that has infinite ammo. So I'm not going to be doing that with my shotgun. Let's just check where we are on the map, because I can check the map. And I am here. That is the map. And I'm just about to head into this room here. I think there are liquors. Do I want my shotgun yet? Or do I want to save it? No, they're hunters. Those green. Oh, I hate the green things. Well, let's try with the. See what we do with the handgun. Okay, they weren't too bad. I'm glad I didn't waste any shotgun shells on them. So we are.
Let's take out the 2 hunters or 3 dogs, because as I say, some enemies switch up depending on what route you've taken. And head into the stone corridor to find a ladder. Once you're up on the roof, you will need to use the rope to get yourself down into the city area
On the other side. And there is a red herb. Cool. I don't think I've got a green one. Nope. There is the ladder. Cool. Right, so I'm in the city area on the other side, which I believe is here. So, well, we've got Mr. Big.
This may be your first encounter with this huge enemy. Have I been to the hospital? I would have met him already. He is not at all difficult to defeat, especially if you react quickly. You can bring him down with your Glock as long as you begin firing at him the moment he appears. By the time he reaches you, he will fall.
Right. Well. Oh. Well, the guy didn't lie. Awesome. Okay, so we are warehouse rooftop. So the rooftop looks like it's going up some steps. Rooftop and warehouses. Let's do the rooftop.
Pretty straightforward route. As soon as you arrive at the roof, you'll have a number of cleaners to take care of. These need to be taken out quickly with a couple of shots each before they have a chance to attack. Use the ladder on the far side of the roof to get yourself back into the main city area. Then enter the door on the right.
Okay. So we've got some cleaners up here apparently. And a greedy herblet. A green herb. Cool. So I'll combine that with my red herb to make super herb. Okay, so we've got some red would be flame rounds. Flame rounds. I haven't got a grenade launcher, but I'll just carry them around anyway.
Okay, I don't know what's in here. Once in the warehouse, you will need to take out the cleaners on the ground before taking it.
I died. Oh. Well, as you can see, I was actually reading that paragraph as the door was opening, so I perhaps should have read that before I opened that door. But yeah, that's cool. Right, so I've done just over an hour now, which is quite a good time to stop. So that was Resident Evil Survivor on the PlayStation 1. I'm actually playing it through PS2. But why that matters, I don't know. But I will do a part 2. I think part 2 will probably actually end up completing that, I would have thought, because I don't think it's a huge game. Yeah, if you enjoyed that, thank you very much for watching. Yeah, so far so good on the guide, so we'll see how it pans out, because I seem to remember the umbrella building being quite difficult, and I'll make sure I read that thoroughly before I start playing it. But until then, thank you very so much for watching, and I'll try and get that video up tomorrow, along with Last of Us Part 2, which I'm hugely excited about, so I'm just waiting for my copy to drop through the door. Alright guys, thank you very much. See you soon. Bye.